How we doing today, viewers? Alright, so everybody's always wondered about the Mafia bikes. Mafia bikes, man oh man, oh hairy mane. So today what I'm going to be doing is I'm going through a week of reviewing a Mafia bike. I picked one off Facebook Marketplace, pretty much brand new, nothing wrong with it, everything's dialed for now. We're going to see how it goes. So to see our trusty steed, here we are. That's the trusty steed. That's the Mafia bike we're going to be reviewing and riding.
So people have absolutely no idea who you are.
So, wow.
So, when in doubt, make your own wall ride.
Wow, okay. So the first thing I realized what I do not like about the Madmain frame, the first thing I do realize I don't like is the bars are really wide. They're like 29 inches wide, and that's a bit much. I don't really know anybody that wants to keep their bars wide. I mean, you can cut them, but they are really, really wide, and the bike's pretty heavy. It's 26 pounds straight out the box, ready to go. But that's still a good bit of weight. I'm not much of a weight weenie, but that kind of is much. So I'm going to kind of go over a few things with the bike, and then we're going to use this, as I found it, as a wall ride. Fun stuff, right? So we're going to get into this. I'm going to go over the bike. It's got these Lagos tires. Lagos, not really sure how to say that. One thing I don't like about the Lagos tires is they only go up to 40 pounds of pressure. So if you're wanting to run that high pressure, you're going to need to change your tires immediately on this bike when you get it. It's not bad. I run mine at 40. That's not bad, but for anybody higher, you're gonna want to change the tires. Good thing about this bike, the great thing is the cranks, which are blank. I guess you can say just, you know, your average complete cranks, are 4130 chromoly with the 25-2 sprocket and your average 410 chain and seal bottom bracket. So Mafia, you did good there. That was a plus, and the brakes work phenomenal. Might have to do a little bit of adjustment. I don't know. I got this bike used, but the brakes work great. Moving on, come up to the front wheel, same Lagos tires. This has an unsealed hub. That might be a problem for you guys. It's probably not a problem for somebody just beginning in BMX, just getting started, just getting out there, but the Lagos tires, that's not bad. For the hub, it's not bad. For anybody wanting to go up, you're going to want to change that hub. And the reason I say you can change that hub about these bikes, this beautiful thing is they have double wall rims. Mafia, I have to say, I'm kind of impressed with this. But the things I'm not impressed with are the high tensile steel frame, the high tensile steel forks, and I'm pretty sure these wide ass bars are high tensile. So, you know, that's heavy, and it also, you know, can break, bend easy. It's got a forged stem, front load, of course. You know, hairy mane's geometry here, but that's all right. Again, it's beginner. It's definitely something good for a kid to get on, learn with, or I mean, even an older, you know, person. I'm 26. I've only been doing this 9 months, so it's even not bad for me. I just prefer something that I can progress on and not have to keep buying more stuff for, but it's not bad. Another great thing about this bike is you have the threadless headset. They actually made it sealed bearings for that, so that's very impressive as well, because for the price you get decent parts, but at the same time you get an undecent frame. The seat, though, another thing I'm not fond of. It's really padded. It's not pivotal. It's basically your one-piece combo seat, but it seems to, you know, do its thing. It's down there. It's out the way. I'm not really down with that, because if you're wanting to pinch and learn no-handers or bar spins or anything like that, like if you're beginning BMX, this seat might be an issue for you, and it might not. You might be a park rider and this is it. I mean, this is Harry Main's frame, and park is his game. So that's no worry about that. Well, no pun intended, no rhyme intended, but it worked. And we're going to give it a go right now. I mean, I'll give more. I've already had more in the beginning of this video about the entire bike here. So let's see what happens.
Okay.
All right, here we go. All right, go with a slight angle. Right there, that's good. Get it centered. Centered, good.
Yeah.
That's what you got. All right. So this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna try this wall ride out and see if it works. I know it's a slight wall ride. Not particularly good at them, and I'm on a bike I've not ever really ridden to and from work. Let's give it a try and see what happens. And kids always remember, wear a helmet when trying something new or trying something at all. Brain damage is a bad thing. You don't want that. So you want to wear a helmet at all times when you're riding. Sometimes don't wear a helmet. That's my stupid mistake. Don't be that guy. So, right here we're going to hit this wall ride, and we're going to try to give the Mafia bike here a small beginner run for its money. We're going to see what it'll do, see how it handles, and let you guys know how it feels. It already feels like a dump truck trying to be thrown into a wall, but that's alright. It's just a matter of getting used to it.
Not bad.
So that was the first run at hitting the wall ride. It actually felt pretty good. Again, the bars being really wide threw me off. That's only because I ride 27-inch wide bars. Fan rental bar, if you want a good bar, that's your bar. But we're talking about the Harry Madmain frame here. So these bars are like I said, really wide. I might have to cut them down if I'm going to keep riding this. That's right now my only issue with this bike. It still feels pretty good. The tires grip the wood really well. So we're going to give it a couple more tries, see what it does, and we're going to move on to something else. Alright guys, so at this point now, we've hit a slight wall ride, something pushed on a wall. We're gonna pick it up a little bit more, get a little bit more vertical, get some more angle to it, see how it handles then. Then we're gonna be moving on. Also, best part is, bike's not really giving me any trouble right now. The wide bars are giving me hell. Tires are gripping really good, and that's what I'm testing here for this. That's where it's gonna be held. I mean, other than a quarter pipe vert wall, something like that. But I'm out on the street, so right now we're gonna use this plank behind me and see what we got. More to come. This fucking thing is heavy, dude. Oh yeah. Now we're speaking business. Now we're gonna try something new. Let's see what this bike's got. Here we go. Oh, God. Well, the bike stayed on. I didn't stay on, but the bike definitely came with it. That was different. See, we get this Explorers hanger. Freaking huge. Oh, there we go. Give you that, Mafia. These tires hold up. They might be low pressure tires. They hold up to the occasion of the beginning BMX. Good deal. Now we're gonna move on to something else. Definitely, I hardly threw a nose manual. Ooh, like a flock of seagulls. Great brakes, though. I'll give it that. Really good brakes. I think that's my favorite thing about this bike is the brakes, and that's sad to say, but I bought a Sabrosa Complete, and the brakes were awful. And they probably needed to be adjusted or something like that. I just really didn't enjoy it. It didn't sound like a flock of seagulls. That's what I love about brakes. So that's all good. When I tried to send it to a nose manual, though, it felt decent, I'd say. It didn't feel bad. I hardly threw it, and it was wanting to, get up there, and I was all right with that. With the manual, though, the geometry is really weird. This is definitely meant for more skate park use. You could throw street use. I don't know much about the Cush bikes from Mafia, but I know with the Madmain here, I feel like it's more park, but I'm pretty sure street's doable, and that's what we're gonna try here. We're gonna give this bike hell through the week and see if we can get street clips on a park bike. That's the idea. So what we're trying to do now, I guess, is manual line to line, and like I said, I suck at manuals. I'm horrible at manuals. I've dislocated my ass cheek like 3 times. It wasn't fun, it hurt. So when you go to learn manuals, be aware that can happen. Looping out sucks, learn to land on your feet. But anyways, back to the bike. What we're doing here is we're gonna try to see if it, can get a decent manual. I'm not a manual guy, but I have a buddy of mine that can definitely test that out. But we're gonna give it a try with me. So let's give this a couple more goes, and then we're gonna go through and just keep eating it and see what we can get out of this. Flock seagulls. So, as I said before, I cannot manual to save my life. That is one thing that I don't feel like I'm ever going to get in BMX. I'm going to keep trying at it. But it's definitely something I can't test on this bike, and I'm sorry for that. But I don't know if y'all care, if you don't care, but that's what I got out of this. So, what we're going to do on this one is I'm going to try to throw a nosy about this length from line to line. I'm going to see how far I can get it. Again, just starting to learn those, getting across stuff. A little nose bonk, something along those lines. So we're gonna give that a shot and see how it goes. Better than the manual. Oh, oh my God. Some seagulls. So, it definitely feels like getting those manuals on it. Like I said, I'm just learning those. Hate me in the comments if you want. That's life. So not really worried about that. I'll admit I'm not good at those. I'm just trying them just to see if it's any easier on this bike than it is my personal bike that I ride every day. So we're gonna turn around and find some other stuff to kind of mess around with. This is really along the lines for, the beginners or people wanting to get into BMX or something like that. So y'all keep that in mind. Really for the beginners. This is for the people that are interested in these bikes. I have not seen a review yet on YouTube about one of these bikes. But from Harry Main, love you, dude, but you're trying to sell your product all the time. To be able to take a beginner and put them in BMX and they be safe. That's what I'm worried about. I want safety amongst the new riders. The kids, the adults, whoever. I want safety in these bikes, and that's what we're going for. What I'm trying to do is give you guys something that tells you and shows you, and you see somebody actually ride this bike, not one that they get new every day. Sorry, Harry Main, don't mean to kick you in the nuts, but it is what it is.
The little man.
I want to show you guys that this bike can be ridden, and I'm hoping that can be ridden. I've always wanted to see. I finally got one in my hands. That's what we're trying to figure out. So we're going to keep riding this, and like I said, this is for the people getting into BMX, and they want something that's going to be better than Walmart. So far, I feel like this bike's, I've ridden it for about a week now, and it feels different. Of course, I've got a personal bike I ride all the time, so it's going to feel different, but it doesn't feel bad. Parts aren't coming loose. When you get a bike, you got to tighten stuff up, and always remember that. If you buy a complete and you get it sent to your house, you got to make sure all the bolts are tight on it. Or take it to your local bike shop and get them to tighten all the bolts on and get them to set it up for you. Always remember that. every complete bike's gonna come that way. Parts are gonna be loose. So far, I think this is a pretty decent bike, and that's so far. We haven't sent off no stairs yet. We haven't hit the quarters yet. That's still to come. But right now, so far, the bike feels pretty dialed. Especially after a week of riding it, it does not feel bad. So we're gonna get back to you with more clips here. All right, one more go and I'm done with this. Still solid. Good to go. Didn't land it, but I beat these forks into a wall just for a second. Everything still seems to be straight. Let's check the front wheel. Front wheel's still straight, still good to go. Next spot. Some more beginner stuff, you know, we'll ride onto the curb, double tire ride, and a hop double tire ride, hop out. So, after doing all those nose presses and screwing up, you know, faking out, really hard to do for me on a cassette. I'm used to a free coaster. Forks are still solid, nothing's loose, nothing's banging around, and everything feels pretty good. Kind of getting used to these wide bars, it's really weird. So I guess let's take, I don't want to call it a dump truck because this thing is kind of heavy. Double tire ride out. Never tried that. That was a first for me, and I know I kind of caught the downside of that curb, which kind of sucked, but you get the idea. It kind of worked. So some more. I don't have any pegs, so I can't throw any grinds right now, but next video, tomorrow, that's going to change. We're throwing pegs on it. We're going to definitely hit some boxes, hit some grinds, hit some ledges, hit everything. Hell, we might even just start off a bit. We're going to try, you know, hitting some grinds, see if these axles can hold up. We're going to get one more spot, and we'll get back to it tomorrow. All right, guys, so right here, we're gonna see if we can get some clips here on this little bank. It's kind of rough, kind of rocky. Seems it's pretty solid. I've ridden it before. We'll see if we can get some clips here. See if maybe we can get a small little gap. Like I said, this is a beginner. You know, give you an idea what this bike can and can't do. So we're gonna go with that. Maybe get a few tricks. I don't really know yet, but we'll figure that out. So it's only going to be a couple things, just real quick. Just like I said, beginner video, give you an idea of what you're getting into, what you're looking at, what it's capable of. If we're going to have a week of this, so here we go. Something. No, the ledge.
Well, can it survive a crash?
It kind of sucked. It hurt my knee. So, we got here a little straight. Still solid. Again, that was a beginner crash. No, I got a brake. I just kicked my front tire over the edge. Definitely a little awkward. So it didn't feel bad. That felt pretty good. Bike felt solid in the air. Myself, I went crooked in the air, like almost like a motor whip, like. So not what I was trying to do, but it happened. I landed it. Did I get over the grass?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I made it overall. I didn't really try to hop the bike again. Beginner. So what I'm focusing here on, will it do it if they don't? I slightly hopped, I made it over that little gap. I'd say that's maybe 2 foot. That's a beginner gap. It's not bad. That's something, you know, you put in their little jibs and they're happy about it. And they can do it on a Madmain because I just did it on a Madmain. Question is, in 7 days, can I still do it on the Madmain, or will the Madmain no longer live? Again, we'll find out. We're going through beginners, we're going to kind of get intermediate. That's about as high as I could go with my level, but that didn't seem bad. It seemed pretty good. Felt solid. I say we're definitely going to cut it here. It's been fun. We got a few little things in. We got a couple, you know, little tricks in. So far, the bike, day one, still solid, still feels good, feels great. Tomorrow is a new day. Tomorrow is going to be a different day. We're throwing pegs on it. We're taking it to ledges, and we're taking it to rails. Not handrails. Keep in mind, viewers, I'm not that good, first of all, and second of all, again, this is you know, if a beginner buys one of these, that's what this is a beginner bike. It's high tensile everything. Guys from back in 2011, they know about that. They still have 4130 chronometry, but they started on those. That's basically what this is. It's a beginner starter bike, and so far, I feel, my opinion, it's solid. All right, dude, sorry. One last thing before we go, before we head out. Make sure that you hit the like button. You know, and I'm sorry, I said that I dropped the F-bomb, and I'm probably gonna get a lot of hate in that, but that's all right. I can deal with it. But make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you comment, subscribe. We're starting a channel. We're starting off with the Mafia Madmain review. Will it hold up to the challenge? Will it make it? That's what we're doing. That's what we're here for. And from there, we're going to start making videos. We're going to try to get them every day, maybe every other day. Getting tricks in, getting clips, riding, progressing, doing everything we can. Grayson Roberts actually told me, you know, literally told me, go out and make you a channel, do it. And you know what, dude, I'm doing it. So you guys are along for the ride. We see things, we take adventures. It's mainly BMX, but there's other stuff to be showed. So give us a like, give a comment, give us a subscribe. You know, have a good one. Later.